When the Man of Steel goes under the knife for kryptonite poisoning, it'll prove to only be the tip of a much bigger, world-spanning iceberg. What'll happen next? Well, let's hop into the pages of Batman Superman World's Finest issue number 2 and find out together, shall we? So then, picking up more or less directly from where the last issue left off, Niles Caulder of the Doom Patrol had agreed to do dangerous surgery on Superman to try and remove the red kryptonite corruption from his heart. Sadly, once they get in there with a kryptonite scalpel, they realize his heart isn't the problem anymore. The red kryptonite has spread to his very blood. Now it seems the only way they're going to be able to save him is if Negative Man is able to go inside the Man of Steel's body and literally burn out all the infection within his blood. Again, a procedure like this probably would have been enough to kill any simple, regular old human being, but luckily Clark isn't simple at all, he's super. Luckily this procedure works, but unfortunately it doesn't solve the much bigger problem. Who was that mystery horned foe who set Metallo and Poison Ivy against Batman and Superman? The Doom Patrol have more than enough reason to believe that the true culprit behind these mysterious attacks is none other than the ancient Chinese warlord Devil Nezha. As it goes, Nezha was the son of a famous Asian warlord by the name of Li Jing. Jing's son fell in battle one day and the grieved father refused to let him go, exhausting his entire fortune and scattering his entire army before eventually being given the means to resurrect his son by a magician after only proving that he was pure of heart and intention. Here's the thing though, even though Jing had gone on a whole mission of self-discovery and realized what was truly important to him, when he resurrected his son, he resurrected him as the same old spoiled brat he was in life. Son killed father, and thus the legend of Devil Nezha was born. He swore to build an empire greater than his father had ever imagined, and he probably would have done just that were it not for the intervention of several powerful warriors and demigods, who are very heavily implied to be the Justice League analog of their day, managed to band together and defeat Devil Nezha, sealing him away forever. Well, until now, that is. It would seem now Devil Nezha or one of his followers are actively trying to resurrect him, and they're doing this by going through the supervillain community. Superman and Batman were just the first on their hit list, but they're certainly not the last. Wonder Woman and the Flash are dealing with threats in their own city right now. And even poor Billy Batson over in Fawcett City has come under attack by Felix Faust, one of the more recurring magical villains in the DC universe. In classic Scooby-Doo fashion, the heroes decide that they should split up to cover more ground. Superman and Batman will go to reinforce the rest of the heroes, while Robin and Supergirl go on their own special mission back in time to try and ask the original heroes how they defeated Devil Nezha in the first place. What's particularly fun about this sidekick pairing too is, unlike Batman and Superman, who genuinely seem to like and respect one another, there's actually a fair amount of frostiness between Dick and Kara. Apparently both blame each other for making them look bad, which I thought was kind of interesting, and Dick won't even allow himself to be flown in the same way that Superman flies Batman. And yeah, Supergirl can just kind of go back in time in this Mark Waid story by following the tachyons left behind on Devil Nezha's sword, an artifact that the Doom Patrol were keeping safe. It's a pretty good plan, just with one big glaring flaw, and that is by the time Supergirl and Robin actually make it back to the point in history they wanted to go, the heroes assume that they must be working with Devil Nezha because they're carrying his sword. Well, duh. Now over in Fawcett City, Superman and Batman managed to show up in just enough time to help save Billy Batson. Now normally a guy like Faust is an easy enough foe to take down. He's a trickster and a charlatan, and he doesn't really have as much magical power as he lets on, but it seems that this devil guy has actively helped soup up his compatriots. We're also reminded, as good as Superman and Batman are, magic is one thing that always seems to throw a wrench into their works. Magic can actually hurt Kryptonians, and even if Batman is the greatest escape master there is, it's still hard to get out of magical binds. Luckily, Superman shows there's more than one way for him to deal with problems that doesn't involve heat vision or freeze breath. He actually defeats Faust by, get this, whistling. Well, actually, it's a little more complicated than that. Superman whistles at the exact proper frequency needed to mess with someone's inner ear. With his back against the wall, Faust plays his last and most devious trump card yet, and that is if he can't defeat Batman and Superman, he'll simply just send them to hell. Which, you know, as the comic comes to a close, you certainly gotta give him points for creativity creativity, that's for sure. And so that was Batman Superman World's Finest issue number 2, everybody, and overall I continue to enjoy what Mark Waid and company are doing here. The book's called World's Finest. It is a story about Batman and Superman, but this also seems to be a nice little walking tour of the DC universe, seeing teams and characters who don't always get the spotlight. It's like when you already know that Clark and Bruce are friends and like each other and appreciate each other's company, you can actually have more fun seeing them bounce off different characters, like how Niles and Bruce fight over who the smartest guy in the room is. The sidekicks are competitive of each other, which is something you don't see all the time, but it actually is a refreshing take that I can't say I've seen before. Also, despite everyone thinking Magog was at the center of this story, what with the whole silhouetted figure and horns, apparently we have brand new original villains steeped in Chinese mythology. But you know what? I will always give points for trying something new. Overall, I'd give this one a positive 8 out of 10. It was a good time, and obviously Mora's art is eye-meltingly beautiful, but you didn't need me to tell you that. Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Joel again, thanking you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not check out my Amazon link down in the description. Yes, that's right, the Cape Joel channel officially has its own Amazon storefront now. You can pick up a comic or anything else for that matter, and if you did, you'd really be helping me in the channel. So with that out of the way everyone, I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.